Senior military officers serving and retired, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is the moment we've all been waiting for. I have the singular honor and privilege to announce the arrival of the reviewing officer for today's passing out parade, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander, Federal Republic, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency Alhaji Ibrahim Kashim Shatima, Grand Commander, Order of the Niger, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, accompanied by His Excellency the Executive Governor of Kaduna State, Malam Uba Sani, and the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General J.O. Ochai. You are highly welcome, sir. May we rise from the national anthem. We may take our seats. The reviewing officer, sir, at the moment, the parade commander, Academy Senior Under Officer, Y.A. Raji, is marching forward to submit the parade state and thereafter invite you to inspect the parade.
And Director Service Course 31, Airforce formed up. 67 senior officers, 635 gentlemen cadets on parade, ready for inspection. Your Excellency.
To accompany His Excellency the Reviewing Officer for the parade inspection is the parade commander, Academy Senior Under Officer Y.A. Raji, and the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General J.O. Ochai. It may interest this esteemed gathering to know that it is customary for a reviewing officer to inspect the guards before the commencement of a parade. The inspection is done to showcase the loyalty of the troops and their readiness to undertake the cause for which they have been commissioned and enlisted. Your Excellency, the Reviewing Officer, sir, beside the #1 guard and sitting astride the Academy's #1 charger is the Academy Adjutant, Lieutenant Colonel M.K. Inyam. He is a custodian of discipline and regimentation in the Nigerian Defense Academy. And the beautiful parade we are about to witness is courtesy of the office of the Academy Adjutant. Permit me to inform you, His Excellency the Reviewing Officer, sir, that on parade today are 16 guards. On the front rank, we have 8 guards. From the #1, 2, 3, 4, and between 4 and 5 guards, we have the color party. On the rear rank, we have 9 guards to 16 guards.
This is the combined personal parade of the 70th Regular Course, Direct Short Service Course 37 of the Nigerian Army, and Direct Short Service Course 31 of the Nigerian Air Force of the Nigerian Defense Academy. If you are just joining us, welcome to the live telecast of this auspicious event. I am Dauda Muhammad, your commentator. The Executive President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, represented by the Vice President, Ibrahim Kashin Shetima, is inspecting the parade as reviewing officer. The personal parade is the climax of
help me to receive
is the
the
training
president.
of cadets
Help me to
become
receive.
officers in the Nigerian Armed Forces.
Help me to receive.
The culmination
Help
of
me
activities
to
we
receive
started
him.
with the admission of these
Receive him at the
cadets
corner.
5 years
At the
ago.
corner.
The 70th regular course
Yes, thank
consists of 186
And once you
cadets
receive
of the
him,
Nigerian
you
Army,
follow him.
109 Nigerian Navy,
Stand
and
by
102 the Nigerian Air Force. The
One
direct
now,
short
one
service
now,
course
you're shaking.
27 of the Nigerian Army are 163, while the direct short service course 31
Three,
of
you're
the
on
Air
there.
Force
Three, you're
are
on there.
147.
You're on there. Stand by. You're on there.
It's also interesting to note that we have female cadets as part of those graduating on the parade.
Thank you.
At the end of the parade inspection, the parade commander, Academy Beyond Officer Y.A. Raji, will take permission from His Excellency the Reviewing Officer to continue with the rest of the proceedings, while His Excellency the Reviewing Officer will proceed to the saluting dice. Presidential permission sought and granted. The parade commander, Academy Beyond Officer Y.A. Raji, is marching to his rightful position in front of the parade.
Four, you are on. 3, receive from 4. 4, you are on. I'm still on 4. 3, receive from 4. I'm still on 4. I'm still on 4. Okay, 1 coming to you. I love your shirt.
May I at this point humbly request the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, to please lead His Excellency the Reviewing Officer to his seat. The Commandant, sir.
So let's get ready for match pass now. I'm coming to 1. 1, 4. 1 thing I'm okay, 1, are you ready? 1, are you ready? Your shot. Good. Hold your shot.
Your Excellency the Reviewing Officer, the next event we shall be witnessing is a presentation of the Champions Banner. The Academy's Champions Banner is presented to the Cadet Battalion that emerges overall best in all training activities in each training year in the Academy. This tradition is aimed at rewarding hard work and discipline. This year's Champion Battalion is Mogadishu Battalion. The battalion is commanded by Lieutenant Colonel L.M. Yahya.
I'm taking 4. I'm taking 4. 4, you're on air. Ambience, please. Ambience.
The banner bearer is the Academy Drill Regimental Sergeant Major, Warrant Officer Abdullahi.
May I at this point humbly request the Commanding Officer of Mogadishu Battalion, Lieutenant Colonel L.M. Yahya, to please take his position on the parade ground.
One headroom. Coming to one. One, you are on. Following.
May I at this point humbly request the Cadets Brigade Commander, Nigerian Defense Academy, Brigadier General O.I. Udigi, to please do us the honor of
receiving the champion's banner from the banner bearer and handing over same to the Commanding Officer of Mogadishu Battalion, the Cadet Brigade Commander, sir.
Because I'm on three, you are on. Yes. Thank you. One, stand by. Headroom, one. 4 is blinking, why? 1, 4 is blinking. 3, you are there.
having successfully executed their roles on the parade ground, may I humbly request the Cadet Brigade Commander, Nigerian Defense Academy, Brigadier General O.I.O.T.K., and the commanding officer, Mogadishu Battalion, to please march off the parade ground. The Cadet Brigade Commander, sir. The Governor for Mogadishu Battalion is Cadet Corporal O.E. Sekibo.
Battalion! Los Red March! Battalion advance! Right! Quick march!
Mogadishu Battalion is one of the 4 regular battalions under the Cadet Brigade of the Nigerian
Dalet, Boma, and Abyssinia Battalion. The battalion is organized into a battalion headquarters and 3 companies, namely Alpha, Bravo, and Charlie companies. The battalion is currently commanded by Lieutenant Colonel L.M. Yahya. He is assisted by a second in command and a battalion adjutant. Each of the 3 companies is commanded by an officer commanding, also assisted by a company second in command. The companies are further organized into platoons comprising of cadets of 70th to 74 regular courses. Mogadishu Battalion was formerly known as Cameroon Company at the inception of Nigerian Defense Academy, later renamed Mogadishu Company. It was upgraded from company to battalion status after the restructuring and transformation of the Nigerian Defense Academy into a degree awarding institution in 1986. The battalion derived its name Mogadishu from the capital of Somalia, following the gallant performance and exploits of Nigerian soldiers in the East African campaign. The Northeast African cheetah is the Mogadishu Battalion mascot, and the battalion is identified by its red color, which signifies action, strength, sacrifice made by our gallant Nigerian troops in the Battle of Mogadishu. Its anthem is titled Champion Battalion, and its motto, Strength in Action. The battalion is known for its resilience when it comes to training and quest for victory in championship. The battalion won championship in the year 2021-2022 training year, and currently retaining the same in 2022-2023 training year respectively. The championship spirit of the cadets drives them to perform exceptionally well, to train very hard and win. The reviewing officers are: the presentation of Champions banner to Mogadishu Battalion isn't complete without me mentioning that the Chief of Defense Staff, General C.G. Musa, is a proud alumni of Mogadishu Battalion. Similarly, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General T.A. Lagbaja is also a proud alumni of Mogadishu Battalion. The reviewing officer, sir, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral E.I. Ogala, is also a proud alumni of Mogadishu Battalion. And lastly, the Chief of the Air Staff, Air Marshal H.B. Abubakar, is also a proud alumni of Mogadishu Battalion. Distinguished guests, may we all put our hands together for the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for a perfect selection of the best of the best. The reviewing officer, sir, permit me to also inform you that the Executive Governor of Taraba State, Lieutenant Colonel Abu Kefas, retired, is also a proud alumni of Mogadishu Battalion. Thank you very much.
Your Excellency, the reviewing officer, those words of command from the parade commander of Cadets Union Officer Roy A. Rodney, just to get the communities of the North Power influence on. First, the passing of cadets in a square formation and magical submission card to be accompanied to His Excellency, the reviewing officer, and thereafter the march commence proper. Yes, and now paying compliments to His Excellency, the Review Officer. Your Excellency, the Review Officer, sir, at the moment, the color party is performing the unique ritual of turning about. This is to allow the escorts to the colors always having their sights focused on the colors.
Commandant Nigerian Defense Academy to please invite the reviewing officer to the saluting series. The Commandant, sir. May I equally request our esteemed guests that as the colors march towards where you are seated, you are please expected to rise. Serving officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute. May I please remind our esteemed distinguished audience that as the colors march towards where you are seated, you are expected to rise. Serving officers and warrant officers in uniform are to salute. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the reviewing officer, sir, approaching the saluting guard is the Academy Auditor, Lieutenant Colonel M.K. Nyam, astride the Academy's #1 charger, Visa 37. Behind him is the Parade Commander, Academy Senior Officer Y.A. Raji. Next is #1 guard, commanded by Company Senior Officer A.A. Usman. Right of Guard Commander is Company Senior Officer M. Kasi. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer E.O. Jafari. And left of Guard Commander is Company Senior Officer M.B. Hussein.
Next is 9 Guard. 9 Guard is commanded by Battalion Senior Officer S.M. Umar. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M. Ali. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer E.E. Anas. Left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.A. Ochuwa Semo.
Next is 2 Guard, commanded by Company Senior Officer A.A. Busu. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.A. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer R.O. Alaba. And left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer C.A. Ikaba.
Next is 10 Guard. 10 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer E.O. Okonkwo. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M.I. Muhammad. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M. Kaderi. Left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.A. Aka.
Next is 4 Guard. 3 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer E.E. Abdullah. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer J. Kasim. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.A. Yahima. And left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer W.A. Ogu.
Next is 11 Guard. 11 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer J.L. Ila. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer C.C. Bani. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.L. Ajimu Koki. Left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M.L. Abubakar.
Next is 4 Guard, commanded by Company Senior Officer A.B. Ibrahim. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer C.S. Uzochukwu. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer H.O. Ali. And left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer I.O. Lasisi.
Next is 12 Guard. 12 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer U. Atahiru. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.S. Sali. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer I.K. Major. And left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer B.A. Muhammad.
And directly behind the color party is Excellency the Reviewing Officer is 5 Guard, commanded by Company Senior Officer M. Hassan. Right of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer O.B. Kani. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M. Usman. And left of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer F.F. Adiku.
Guard. 13 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Under Officer A.I. Ahmed, Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer A. Sali, Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer A. Mukhtar, and Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer A.M. Muhammad.
Excellency, the review officer is 6 star. Commander by Company Senior Officer S.S.H.P.M. Rank of the Commander, Company Senior Officer M.G. Center of Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer B.C. Sokuma, and Master Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer G.A. Landi.
Next is the 14 Guard. The 14 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer E. Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.A. Lano, Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer G.A. Otaze, Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer Y.A. Musa.
And next is Excellency the Review officer is 7 Guard, commanded by Battalion Senior Officer C.R.O.O. Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer B.A. Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer S.O.T.K. and Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer S.C. Azubike.
Next is 15 Guard. 15 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Under Officer S. Tango, Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer S.M. Yetegete, Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer J. Yahoda, and Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Under Officer G.M. Oga.
And lastly, His Excellency the Review Officer is Number 8 Guard, commanded by Battalion Senior Officer L.S. Ashida, Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer H. Ali, Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer Y. Ibrahim, and Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer M.M. Sani.
And lastly is the number 16 Guard. The number 16 Guard is commanded by Company Senior Officer A.A. Shukafi, Right Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer O.B. Akinwalori, Center Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer O.N. Philip, and Left Sub Guard Commander, Company Senior Officer A.S. Musa. Behind the number 16 Guard is the Academy Assistant Adjutant, Squadron Leader D.T. Saka, on Academy number 2 Charger.
fire enablement now, the march will break into quick time. attending this occasion for the first time, please be informed that after the parade, there will be the naming and commissioning ceremony, and it will take place at the Academy Auditorium, and only guests with the appropriate invitation card will be admitted into the venue. Thank you.
Your Excellency, the Reviewing Officer, sir, our distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, the next event we shall witness is the presentation of awards to deserving personnel cadets. Permit me at this point to humbly request the Director of Military Training, Nigerian Defense Academy, Brigadier General O.A. Awolo, to please conduct this segment of the personnel parade. The Director of Military Training, sir.
The reviewing officer
our Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Order of the Federal Republic, ably and suitably represented by His Excellency the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, the Senate President, Your Excellencies, the Executive Governor of Kaduna and Taraba States, the Honorable Minister of Defense, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, as well as other ministers here present, the Chief of Defense Staff, Service Chiefs of the Armed Forces of Nigeria, members of the Diplomatic Corps and Defense Attaches present, General Officers Commanding, Flag Officers Commanding, and Air Officers Commanding present, the Commandant, the Nigerian Defense Academy, Commandants of Tri-Service and other military training institutions here present, the National Presidents of Defense and Police, Nigerian Army, Naval, Nigerian Air Force and Police Officers' Wives Associations, senior officers serving and retired, parents and guardians of passing out cadets, highly distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. I am Brigadier General O.A. Awolo, the Director of Military Training, Nigerian Defense Academy. It is my honor to anchor the presentation of awards to deserving cadets of 70th Regular Course and Direct Short Service Courses 27 Army and 31 Air Force. The presentation of awards to deserving cadets is part of the Academy's recognition of excellence and reward system meant to encourage cadets to be the best they can be. The awards to passing out cadets who were outstanding during their stay in the Academy is in line with the Nigerian Defense Academy standing orders on cadets training. It is also in line with the vision of the Commandant Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General J.O. Ochai, which is to focus on developing leadership skills of officer cadets, not just for the military, but other endeavors during and after service to the nation. Please permit me to state here that some of these awards were earlier presented during the beating of the retreat and regimental dinner night on 19th and 20th September, respectively. The reviewing officers are 3 categories of the remaining awards will be presented today. They are the Swords of Honor for 70th Regular Course and Direct Short Service Course, as well as the Commandant's Merit Award. I will commence these presentations by calling out the awardees, beginning with the Commandant's Merit Award. This award is presented to the cadets who consistently demonstrated a high level of willpower and intellect throughout the course of training to emerge as one of the best in a regular course. For 70th Regular Course, this award goes to NDA 11948, Cadet O.V. Larry. Now to the Grand Awards, the Swords of Honor. The Sword of Honor is presented to the best all-round cadets in each of the passing out courses to be commissioned today. In determining the winners of these awards, considerations are given to cumulative performances in academics, military subjects, personal qualities, leadership, and extracurricular activities as applicable throughout the cadet stay in the academy. Accordingly, the best cadets deserving of these awards are: for direct short service courses, 27 Army and 31 Air Force is DSSC 27/3176 Cadet GB Sokuma. For 70th regular course is NDA 12243, Academy Senior Under Officer YA Raji. The award winners will now march forward to receive their awards. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I have the honor and privilege to respectfully request the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, Major General J.O. Ochai, to invite His Excellency, the Reviewing Officer, to make the presentations to the awardees. The Commandant, sir. First is the presentation of the Commandant's Merit Award to Cadet O.V. Larry. Cadet Larry completed her training with a cumulative average of 80.16%. Next is the Sword of Honor for Direct Short Service Courses, 27 Army and 31 Air Force, Cadet GB Sokuma. Cadet Sokuma completed his training with an overall score of 78.88%. Finally, the Sword of Honor for 70th regular course, Academy Senior Under Officer Y.A. Raji. Academy Senior Under Officer Raji completed his training with a cumulative average of 82.82% with a first class in academics.
May I humbly request the Commandant, Nigerian Defense Academy, to please lead His Excellency the Reviewing Officer back to his seat. The Commandant, sir. That smart TV was carried out by Private Kefas Boss and Private Mustafa Husseini. Your Excellencies, very senior officers, distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, we will now have the honor and privilege of listening to the address of His Excellency the Reviewing Officer, His Excellency Bola Ahmed Tinubu, ably represented by His Excellency, the Vice President, Alhaji Kashim Ibrahim Shatima, Grand Commander, Order of the Niger, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria. May I have the Commandant, sir.
Your Excellency, the President of the Senate, distinguished Senator Boswell Obod Akpabio, Your Excellency, the Governor of Kaduna State, distinguished Senator Ubasani, Your Excellency, the Governor of Taraba State, Mr. Agbo Kepas, Your Excellency, the Governor of Borno State, ably represented by the Deputy Governor, Umar Usman Kadafur, the Senator representing Borno South and the Chief Whip of the Senate, distinguished Senator Mohammed Alindume, the Senator representing Borno Central Senatorial District, distinguished Senator K.S. Lawan, the Senator representing Borno North Senatorial District, distinguished Senator M.T. Monguno, and other distinguished senators, Senator Yer Adwa, Senator Ipianyu Uba,
and Right Honorable members of the Federal House of Representatives, led by the Chairman, House of Reps Committee on Defense, Right Honorable Baba Jimmy Benson, the Honorable Minister of Defense, Mohammed Badaru Abubakar, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense, Honorable Bello Matoli, and other members of the Federal Executive Council present, the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Gwabe Musa, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Abiodun Lagbaja, the Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Emmanuel Ikechukwu Ogala, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Chief Marshal Hassan Bala Abubakar, members of the Diplomatic Corps, all heads of government agencies and parastatals, the Commandant of the Nigerian Defense Academy, former service chiefs present, the President of the Nigerian Army Officers' Wives Association, cadets of the 70th Regular Course and Direct Short Service Courses, 27 Army and 31 Air Force of the Nigerian Defense Academy, honored guests, ladies and gentlemen. I join you today, proud of the devotion and dignity with which this distinguished institution and its valiant alumni have safeguarded our beloved nation. This beautiful spectacle isn't just a ceremony to honor your transition to a more active phase of duty to your fatherland. It stands as a symbol of our enduring commitment to the ideals of patriotism and investment in our human capital. I am therefore delighted to witness the passing out parade of the cadets of the 70 Regular Course, Direct Short Service Course 27 Army, and Direct Short Service Course 31 Air Force. Our solemn commitment to safeguarding Nigeria's security hinges upon a crucial realization. Without vigilant attention to the very foundations and individuals who fortify order and stability, this promise remains unattainable. It is here, at the Nigerian Defense Academy, that this promise crystallizes into action. In a world characterized by swift advancements and transformative technologies, our mission is clear: to strive to nurture not just ordinary defenders but paragons of excellence, both among men and women, who serve as vigilant protectors of our cherished nation. Since 1964, this institution has molded the character, physique, and intellect of valiant officers and academic specialists beyond the shores of this country. Year after year, this academy attracts the most ambitious amongst us to train them and reintegrate them into society. Year after year, we reaffirm that sound education is the ultimate security strategy, and our resilient armed forces are proof of this. This prized legacy, thankfully, is one to which we are not only the testifiers. There is an international consensus on the quality of this academy, an institution that given a sense of purpose to alumni from as far as Zimbabwe, Uganda, Togo, Sierra Leone, Niger Republic, Central African Republic, the Republic of Chad, and Burkina Faso. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, these graduating cadets, like those before them, are stepping into a world proud with threats, a world that demands unique skill sets to conquer the adversaries of the state. They are going to find themselves in a dynamic landscape, one marked by combat and regimental realities vastly different from those encountered by their predecessors. Our hope is why we gather here today. Our hope is this spectacular proof that they have received superior training that equips them with a distinct advantage to safeguard the nation's security and advance our collective future. The future of this our great country doesn't only rest upon the valor of these young patriots, but also the curricula with which our warriors and scholars are formed. If we must take the center stage in protecting our people, This academy must access the support it requires to invest in scientific research and technological innovations and develop prototypes and concepts that align with the federal government's local content policies. This esteemed institution was founded to lead the way and boasts a research center dedicated to exploring scientific inquiries and translating our grandest ideas and theories into reality. Now is the time for us to be the model for the continent. I am therefore impressed by the sensitivity of the Commandant, the entire staff and officers of this academy, to understanding our place on the continent and why we are committed to protecting the lives of our people and maintaining stability across the country. Every day, every minute, we are reminded of the consequences of economic and social disintegration around us. This is why we promote cooperation and formation of bilateral and multilateral alliances to create opportunities for our people. We are implementing programs and policies to empower our citizens to combat the challenges of poverty, criminality, and terrorism. From preparing for the food security crisis triggered by the Russian-Ukrainian war, to responding to banditry attacks on farmers, natural flood disasters, and the repercussions of military coups, this administration has remained vigilant in devising solutions to mitigate their impact and enhance national security. At this critical juncture, we are embarking on a new era in our national defense and security strategy, and it will be driven by a resolute commitment to confront the substantial threats and challenges that confront us within the West African sub-region. I have directed all heads of defense and security institutions to unite in their efforts to protect our nation's integrity and well-being. And as chairman of the ECOWAS, we are diligently working to enhance our regional conflict management and development mechanism. To forge a path towards a greater peace, stability, and progress across West Africa and beyond is not negotiable. While I acknowledge that we have made bold decisions to bolster our economy, even as some developed economies face the threat of recession, our commitment remains resolute. We are intensifying our efforts to implement tangible measures that will alleviate the hardships caused by the removal of fuel subsidies and the unification of exchange rates. Our immediate actions, such as reducing taxes on strategic manufacturing industries, distributing grains from the National Reserve to vulnerable demographics, providing fertilizer and palm inputs, and extending sub-loans to small and medium-scale industries, all serve as a clear message to our nation. We stand firmly with our citizens, determined to guide our country towards a path of accelerated economic growth and opportunities, where no one lives on handouts. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, justice is the mainstay of prosperity, and so we are going to be fair to each region. Whether in tackling the secessionist elements disrupting the peace and economic activities of the good people of the Southeast, or doubling up our efforts in winning the counterinsurgency in the Northeast, and whether in pursuing normalcy in the Northwest, or in making the farmer-herder crisis a thing of the past in the North Central, every group will be treated as equal and given a sense of belonging in our government. We acknowledge that the true champions of our democracy are the men and women in the armed forces. They have consistently shown their dedication to protecting the people's freedom of choice. It brings me great joy to extend a warm welcome to these young cadets as they join the ranks of these patriotic heroes. I also extend my congratulations to the Commandant and the entire academic community for upholding this noble tradition. Today, dear graduating cadets, you are offered an opportunity to serve as good ambassadors of this institution and exhibit the high moral integrity and learning acquired in your academic journey. The world is in search of heroes, and this is your stepping stone to a future of vast opportunities and possibilities. And we expect you to play a critical part in making a difference wherever you go. It is also exciting to note that in this academy embarked on admitting female cadets in 2011, with the first set of the 63 regular course graduates in 2016. Its gender-inclusive policy has been mainstream. Finally, allow me to recognize and applaud our wonderful guests who have joined us today, making this moment even more special. To the parents and guardians of our cadets, including an honorable member of the House of Representatives present here, I extend my heartfelt congratulations. Your support has been instrumental in their success. As you head back to your homes and destinations, I wish you safe travels and continued happiness. Thank you all, and God bless.
To the review officer, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, President, Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, Federal Republic of Nigeria, ably represented by His Excellency Senator Kashim Shettima, Grand Commander of the Order of Niger, Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, address.
Shall we please rise for the national anthem?
senior officer, Y.A. Raji, is marching forward to take permission from the reviewing officer.
May I have your permission to fly past the colors and the personal cadets, Your Excellency?
Permission sought and granted to the parade commander. Your Excellency, sir, the cadet appointments are now taking their positions in preparation for the final pass. These personal cadets will now embark on their last view on this ground as cadets, because in a few hours from now, they will cease to be personal cadets. They will be addressed as officers of the Nigerian Armed Forces, and they will be ready to play their roles in the defense of the territorial integrity of our fatherland.
All of us
diverse backgrounds across all parts of Nigeria to play together as one family. This will be the last time we will march together like this on this parade ground. Many of them may not get to see us forever. This signifies the climax of their initial training in the academy. The next time they will be coming back to the academy, they will be doing so as instructors, senior instructors, assistant adjutants, academy adjutants. Commanding officers, chief instructors, directors, academy registers, cadets brigade commanders, directors, military training, deputy commandants, and possibly as the commandant. These young patriotic Nigerians deserve our collective prayers as they begin their careers in the defense of our dear country. We are pleased to wish all others that there will be a beneficial work in front of the academy deputies to accompany the winners of His Excellency and the country's continue the executive government of the United States. The government of the United Academy, the ambassador of the Kingdom Council, the third president, Senator Osman Akpabio, the Speaker, House of Representatives, Honorable Khadija Abbas, President of the Senate, Honorable Baba Jimmy Kingston, Senator Ali Kahule, Senate Chief Whip, the Executive Governor of Taraba State, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Army, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Air Force, the Chairman of the Senate Committee on Navy, the Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Defense, the Director General, Defense Industries Corporation of Nigeria, Commander Infantry Corps, Naval Secretary, Air Secretary, the Honorable Minister of Defense, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense,
As the cadets file past the reviewing officer signifying as the cadets file past the podium of the reviewing officer signifying the end of the parade, we are here rounding up our transmission of the live coverage of the 70th Regular Course and Directional Service Course 27 Army and 31 Air Force Personnel Parade at the permanent site of the Nigerian Defense Academy in Afaka, Kaduna. On behalf of the OB van, we thank you all for watching. Good afternoon.
Flag Officer commanding Naval Training Command, the Air Officer commanding Air Training Command, and lastly, the Commandant, Armed Forces Command and Staff College. Thank you.